Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got our co-host Gary Owen here. And now it's time for some front page news. We have Teslyn Figaro. Of course, she's our political strategist, helping us out as she does each and every day. Good morning, Tez.
The Hood Whisperer.
Yes, good morning, DJ NV, Charlamagne, and Gary.
Good morning.
Why say it like
Wow, that was
Gary?
kind of lame.
It's okay.
I need a better...
Gary.
Oh, that was my political good morning.
No, it's okay to not say anything during this segment if you don't want to. You know,
All right.
might get you in trouble. I don't know, unless you know what you're talking about.
I'm agreeing with whatever you say.
Yeah, but
That might get you in trouble.
I don't
That's
be knowing
fine.
what I'm talking about. I just be talking. Go ahead, Ted.
All right, we're going
start-
down together.
Where we starting, Tez?
Well, today we're going to remember, first and foremost, civil rights icon, actor, singer, leader, and I know someone definitely beloved by the Breakfast Club, Mr. Harry Belafonte, who passed away at 96. Let's take a listen.
This is one of his songs. Just jump in the line. If you ever watched Beetlejuice, that was in Beetlejuice. Remember?
I never knew that was him.
He also sang.
neither.
He also sang this. Got the other one. Hey-oh. Daylight come and we wanna go home.
Was that in a movie?
Was it? I'm sure it was in a bunch of
was.
movies. Yeah.
God bless Harry Belafonte, one of those entertainers
Absolutely.
who showed you how to use their resources
Their
to
platform.
empower people and platform to empower people. You know, he funded a lot of the civil rights movement. Definitely backed Martin Luther King Jr. financially. So rest in peace to Harry Belafonte.
Front page of the Daily News, they say the voice for the voiceless.
Yeah. One of his quotes that I love is, "My activism always existed, but my art gave me the platform to do something about my activism." So, again, somebody that actually used their platform in a time where it was not, something that was regularly done. So when we look at a lot of folks today that have major platforms that don't give back, either, speaking up or financially, like you guys mentioned, he certainly was one that did that. He actually gave the seed money for the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee with Dr. King. He provided bail money for a lot of folks getting out of jail. He went to the march. He also gave he provided his home as a second home for Dr. King as well. And one other thing that I thought was interesting, he maintained a life insurance policy for Dr. King with his family being the beneficiary. So he definitely was one that talked the talk and walked the walk.
Yeah, man, and gotta salute the Gathering for Justice movement. It's an organization he founded in 2005 after he witnessed a news report of a 5-year-old black girl being handcuffed and arrested in a Florida classroom for being unruly.
Right.
And one of their missions was to build a movement to end child incarceration while working to eliminate the racial inequities that exist in the justice system. And we raised what, 800, 900,000 for the Gathering for Justice movement.
Yeah, we got a chance to actually talk to him and chop it up
Yeah,
with
he
him.
came up to the station, the old station. Yeah, after we raised the money for him and presented him with the big check. I think it was like 800, 900,000 we raised for the Gathering for Justice movement.
Yeah.
Whoa. Did I hear you right? He had a life insurance policy on Martin Luther King Jr.?
Yes, with
took
his
it out?
children being the beneficiaries.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely rest in peace and condolences to his family and all his loved ones. We have a piece of that interview. Well, here's a piece of us chopping it up with him. This was what, like 6 years ago?
I don't think it was that long.
No.
I don't remember though. I don't remember.
Well, this was the Breakfast Club chopping it up with him.
How important is it to empower these organizations that are fighting for us financially?
I just think that there is no way for us to fulfill a lot of the goals that we have set for ourselves if the community doesn't understand that the community has to be responsible for itself.
Yes.
One of those things that the community has to do in being responsible for itself is to create methodology, is to create a path in which we can fundraise, recruit people, sit down and have meetings in our community to discuss what are the best strategies for dealing with police brutality, for dealing with unjust cases in our court system. And I think that raising money is a key part of being able to keep us alive.
It was actually 2017. That's when he called in. But he came up in like December of 2017.
When we gave him the check.
Yeah, when we presented the Gathering for Justice movement with the check.
Yes, absolutely. So again, rest in peace. And I know you got a lot to talk about, Tez, but we'll do it in a couple minutes.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much. And that is your front page news. Now, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, something's on your mind, you had a bad day, or maybe you had a great day and you want to spread some positivity, whatever it may be. 800-585-1051. Get it off your chest. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got our guest co-host, Gary Owen here, comedian and actor. And let's get into some front page news. What up, Teslin Figaro?
Good morning. What's up, Charlamagne, DJ Envy, and Gary? I need a better hello from you, Gary.
Hey, Tez.
There you go.
What's going on? How's it going?
Well, let's get in some front page news. Let's start off with some sports. Now, last night, the Suns beat the Clippers, sent the Clippers home 136-130. The Nuggets sent the Timberwolves home 112-109. And the Hawks surprisingly beat the Celtics 119-117. Boston leads the series 3-2.
Great game. Trey Young with a buzzer beater.
He sure did.
He went off.
He sure did.
Not a buzzer beater, but close to the buzzer. Like what? It was like 1 second left when he hit that.
He was hitting everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what else we got, Tez? What we start with?
Yeah, let's talk about the Texas Department of Agriculture. It's ordering its employees to comply with the new dress code, mandating that they abide by it in a manner consistent with their biological gender. Now, the ACLU attorney says it violates federal law that bans employment discrimination based upon one's sexual orientation or gender identity. If there is a problem with someone's dress code, they could face remedies up to and including termination. The ACLU of Texas said that the new dress code, again, it violates the Civil Rights Act, which bans discrimination. And I guess they'll be taking further action on that to make sure that people's First Amendment right to expression is also not violated. So what do you guys think about that? Like, I can understand, I guess I'm trying to figure out how they're going to determine male clothes versus female clothes, or what do you think? How you think that's going to look?
Well, back in the day, we used to know the difference between male clothes and female clothes, but the lines are blurred nowadays, right?
Because men wear skirts now, and
That's
men
right.
wear pocketbooks,
men
and
wear
purses.
purses. Yeah.
Agriculture, I think overalls.
Overalls?
That's what I think.
Agriculture, I think produce, like vegetables.
I think you wear overalls though.
Yeah.
That's the dress code
For agriculture? Oh,
Agriculture.
Like when you're out there,
Like
like
farming
farming.
stuff.
Yeah. I can see that.
I don't get it. I think male and females were rocking overalls.
Yeah, I think the thing when you comes to agriculture and farming, you just want to be comfortable, right?
Right.
That's what it's about.
I used to bale hay and pick strawberries in high school. I worked on a strawberry farm.
White t-shirt, sweatpants, baby. Old Timberlands.
Yeah.
That's how you pick strawberries?
I never picked strawberries. We used to have cornfields.
Oh.
So growing up in Moss Corner, South Carolina, there was cornfields all around us.
Strawberries, we had to get the elbow pads and the knee pads because you got to crawl and you just grab them.
You on
get
your knees.
35. I knew you was going to say that. I knew you was going to say that when I said that.
knee pads.
I knew when I set myself up for that. But you had to crawl because the strawberry, they're not big.
That's
they're
right.
small. So I never got up. I just stayed crawled and then you get 35 cents a quart. I can do like 16 quarts in an hour. That was decent money in high school.
Get on your knees to pick something sweet to put it in your mouth.
There you go.
God, I
Gary?
didn't eat the strawberries. Oh
Wow,
my
I
God,
didn't know
this
you
is why
guys
we
had
got
so
dress
much
codes in
farming,
agriculture. Right here,
experience.
Charlamagne making comments like this.
Yeah,
What
but
were
this
you
is
wearing,
more
Gary?
for the office, the entire department. So, obviously it's not everybody who's out in the field, but yeah, this is more of Texas, pushing, drawing the line, on where they stand. We remember last year, Texas Governor Abbott also said to investigate certain gender affirming care for transgender children as possible child abuse. And then also, they also pushed a law that requires that you participate in sports in school to your assigned sex at birth. So Texas is definitely making it known where they stand in this season. So,
What do you guys think?
We already said
so
what we
got
think,
something
Gary.
else that I think you guys will. I think we'll all agree on this. It's going to be interesting to see where Democrats stand on this. Senator Rick Scott on Tuesday took action in response to the recent Nashville school shooting that looks like he's going to do something very similar when he was Florida governor with Stoneman Douglas High School shooting in 2018. Now, 5 years ago, Scott led an effort to provide armed police officers in every public school in Florida. And now he wants to do the same with a new act called the School Guardian Act. Now, this act would divert $80 billion to a national grant program that would provide one or more full-time armed officers in every K through 12 school across the country. Now, according to the Department of Education, there are more than 128,000 schools, K through 12, in the U.S. And Scott's bill would say that, we need to put more armed guards. I know that's something we've been talking about, consistently. But it's interesting because they said this may pass the Republican-led House, but it's unlikely to pass the Senate-led. The Democrats would more than likely not pass this in the Senate. So that's going to be very interesting. And I don't know yet if that is because maybe the Democrats are more interested in doing some type of trade-off for banning, assault weapons, or if they're against spending the money on this. Really just confused, on why they would not pass the Senate.
Yeah, I mean, I keep thinking too, if they can't pass, any common sense gun reform and get guns banned, like what are the alternative plans? To me, they should be thinking about,
Police officers,
armed
security,
guards in schools, or metal detectors, or something. Like, is anybody thinking about anything else, or is just that ban guns, ban guns, ban guns? Like, what is the alternative plans?
Mm-hmm. So you guys agree with this then, obviously? You think this is a good move?
What, to have armed guards in school?
Absolutely.
To add more armed guards?
Oh, Ted, we've been talking about that forever.
And you know what? I want to ask you, you're ex-military. Don't they have a device where they could actually scan and see gunpowder? Because I know they have it in some of the bridges here in New York City where they can scan to see if there's what's in people's cars to make sure that there's not bomb-making materials. Do they have that as well to scan if they can see if there's ammunition or gunpowder around schools?
Sure, but I guess the logistics of making that happen, like around the school, I don't know, how they would work.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I know I talk about is actually having the guard on the outside. On the inside, once they come to the inside, it's kind of, I don't want to say too late, but I know there's a big push for getting, more patrol, on the outside, outside of the doors. On the perimeter of the campus, putting up more fencing and things like that. Right. So that's a great question. I just don't know logistics, how that would work. And, the funding obviously is always a problem when it comes to spending anything on schools.
And you know what? If they do put more armed guards in schools, not only should they have more armed guards in schools, they should have a sign or something that lets people know this school has armed guards. I promise you, if you're thinking about going to shoot up a school and you see that sign, you're going to think twice. I promise you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
it's like when you drive by a house and you see a big "Beware Dog" sign, or you see the sign that says "This house is this house is a legal gun owner," like stuff like that. I'd put it right in those schools.
Yeah, that's a deterrent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that bulletproof doors,
Gary, you know,
bulletproof windows for sure.
Absolutely.
All of those things will make a big difference. And I thought I saw a story where someone is pushing that as well, with trying to get more, some bulletproof doors. So I'll look into that and bring that back to the family if I'm correct on that story.
All right. Well, thank you, Teslin Figaro. We appreciate you as always.
And make sure you subscribe to the Straight Shot No Chaser podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network, hosted by Teslin Figaro.
All right. Now, when we come back, Swiss Beats will be joining us. Swizzy has a new project, a new album that came out. We're going to talk to him about that, Versus, and so much more. So don't move. It's The Breakfast Club on BET, y'all.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.